Hello.
Oh.
Ooh. Oh, I forgot.
We're fixing it live.
We took the camera and did weird things to it last time.
Yep. I just gotta turn the filter back on.
Filter. So I watched Rush Hour 3.
Yep.
The bloopers when he's like, filter fish. Welcome to the random mind of Brianna today.
I'm pretty sure if you've seen our stream before, there's no welcome to. It's been here the whole time.
Yeah, I just feel like it's on high alert today.
There we go. Looking better.
Yeah.
Except for maybe not. There we go. That's
we have color again.
There we go.
Very exciting. Look at us. Look at us.
Let's turn that for you.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Very excited.
Still got the plastic wrap.
Yeah, shrink wrapped.
Yep.
Hot dog. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Roll it on out.
Convoy.
Yes.
I bet Nick Fury would make a good truck driver.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Be the best driver. He never miss a deadline.
Or he'd miss all the deadlines.
All the deadlines. For very good reasons.
We're here. And I changed the title of the stream. And that hasn't happened since the last time we played Marvel Champions, pretty much.
That is true.
We have a new box. We never did the unboxing for the Magneto deck, we realized.
Yep. We're very excited about it. Too excited.
So we're gonna do that in a separate stream, but also look for that on the channel as well.
Indeed.
But we are here tonight with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. expansion.
Yes.
It is sweet.
Yeah.
I hope.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
We don't know.
Have you seen any of the cards? Did you
Nope.
look at anything? I didn't look at anything.
I didn't look at anything.
I saw the news release. I clicked on the article so that the article like got a hit or whatever. But I didn't read anything. I didn't scroll. I saw the box art.
Yeah.
I think we looked to see who the champions were.
Yes.
In the box.
Because I think you had a different idea of who they might be, and I was guessing it would be Nick Fury, and I was hoping Maria Hill.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited that is true.
The thing I'm worried about is if they didn't make Nick Fury good enough.
Yes.
Because Nick Fury is
an excellent ally. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a card that can fit in almost every deck.
Yes.
So it needs to be good.
Yes.
Got our rule book.
Yeah.
Open it up really quick and see if we have any new keywords.
Keywords.
Ooh, find.
Ooh.
When you're instructed to find a card, search each area where the card could be found. Play area, set aside area, player deck, discard pile, encounter deck, etc. Do not search the victory display.
Oh.
Cards that have been removed from the game or face down encounter cards currently dealt to players. Do not search game areas unnecessarily if you know where the card you are looking for can be found.
Oh.
And then there's tuck.
So don't look at all the cards just because they say find.
When you are instructed to tuck a card under another card, place the tuck card face up under the other card.
Oh,
the tucked card is not in play. When a card leaves play, any cards tucked under it are discarded.
Okay.
I appreciate the clear rulings on those, FFG.
Mm-hmm.
We've played games where that was not clear.
That is true.
Form. Cards with the form keyword grant your identity unique forms, such as Nick Fury's suit form. These forms are in addition to your identity's alter ego and hero forms, and they come with their own conditions for changing into them. When an identity changes their additional form, it does not count against the once per turn limit on flipping from hero to alter ego, but it does count as changing form for the purpose of triggering card effects.
Okay.
So they clarified spectrum.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Cool.
Control, permanent, piercing, range, setup, stalwart, steady, team up, victory, villainous, vulnerable.
Ooh, what's that?
When a character with a vulnerable becomes stunned or confused, that character is immediately discarded.
Oh.
That character is not considered defeated, even if it is simultaneously dealt enough damage to defeat it. So it's just discarded, not defeated.
Okay. Interesting. I wonder how that'll come into play.
Yeah. And that's character, so that means minion,
Allies.
ally, and that's it.
Yeah, because I'm assuming villains will be treated differently. Like,
Yeah.
unless we can't stun or confuse them, and then it just doesn't matter. Interesting.
Amplify. Okay.
Look forward to consulting.
The
Ooh.
rules.
See the back? Look at the back.
Ooh, fancy.
I don't know what this means, but I like it.
I feel like we're...
Ooh, nice.
That was like a frisbee.
Oh, can't read the story.
Oh my gosh, Black Widow is one of the villains.
Ooh.
MODOK is one of the villains.
Okay, interesting.
We're learning stuffs.
We're learning stuffs.
So probably that. Black Widow might be first. We'll see. But first, ooh,
Ooh. These are fun.
these are fun.
What are these?
What are these?
What are these? I feel like we're playing Clue now. He gave us envelopes. Ooh,
Shiny, shiny.
those.
Okay, who are we starting with? Bray Hill or
Uh,
Nick Fury?
Let's do Nick.
Okay, let's start with Nick. Advent calendar scissors.
To the rescue. I'm gonna sleeve as you reveal. How do you feel about that?
Okay, as long as you can talk and sleep at the same time.
Yes.
Was that an uncertain yes, or was that a
I feel
was that a confident yes?
I feel 80% confident. Which is pretty good.
Okay, so I can already tell you that Nick Fury is a justice hero.
Okay.
So I can see the yellow.
Nice.
So
that's my cup of tea.
okay, we got Nick.
Nick.
We're gonna start with alter ego because I feel
amazing.
like, oh my gosh, he's surfing.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
He has 4 recovery. He's a shield soldier spy.
Shield soldier spy.
Hand size 6, hit points 10.
Yeah.
Suit up, setup. Put your suit form upgrade into play. Assault side face up. So he's got a suit that is assault and stealth. Infiltrate is an action you can use in alter ego to change to stealth suit form. So your suit's always in play. Let's look at his hero side stats. He is a 2/2/2. Always good to see a 2/2/2.
2/2/2 is good. Good baseline.
Hand size 5, hit points 10. So standard. Gather intel. Response. After Nick Fury makes a basic thwart, place 1 threat on your suit form upgrade.
1 threat?
Yep.
Okay.
Break cover. Forced to interrupt. When you attack, change to assault suit form. Okay. So assault suit form is an interrupt. When you attack, remove up to 3 threat from here. This attack deals 1 additional damage for each threat removed this way.
Ooh, so you like stockpile and then attack.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, okay, but here's the thing. The gather intel is after Nick Fury makes a basic thwart.
Okay.
But to change to assault is a forced interrupt, and it happens on attack. So it can happen from a card effect. So you can basic thwart.
And then use a card attack.
Put the threat here, and then use a card attack if you were already in stealth form, which is a suit form permanent, forced interrupt hero. When an enemy would attack you, it schemes instead. Place 1 threat from that activation here instead of on the main scheme if there's 5 or less threat on this card. So you can get you can get 3 threat, deal 3 additional damage on almost every attack.
Nice.
And continue to thwart.
That's pretty cool.
Seems I'm liking the synergy. I'm liking the themes.
Are these the correct sleeves for those?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
Okay. Now I've got signature ally Maria Hill. 3 cost, 2 thwart, 1 attack. Awesome artwork. 3 hit points. When Maria Hill thwarts, place the remove threat on your suit form upgrade. I'm
Nice.
good with that.
Just put
Yep.
more on there.
Okay. Concentrated Fire, which is an event attack. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. This attack gains ranged if this attack defeats an enemy. Choose. Place threat on your suit form upgrade equal to that enemy's printed scheme, or change to stealth suit form. So good for popping off minions and building up to do a big attack against the villain, or just hitting the villain for 4.
That's pretty cool.
Got a couple of those. Covert Surveillance. 1 cost event. Thwart. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. If you are in stealth suit form, you may place that threat on your suit form. Otherwise, you may change to stealth suit form. Okay. So there's 3 of those. So there's a lot of ways to get back into stealth suit, I feel, to like build up the counters and then assault.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Got Spray Fire. 3 cost event. Attack. Choose a player. Deal 3 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with that player.
That's pretty
This
cool.
attack gains ranged. And he's got 2 of those. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Oh my gosh. Fury's Flying Car is this support card. 2 cost. Aerial Tech Vehicle. Exhaust Fury's Flying Car and remove 1 threat from your suit form upgrade. Ready Nick Fury. He gains the aerial trait until the end of the round.
Nice.
Okay.
Get an extra turn with Nick. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Safe House 221 is his alter ego support. Alter ego action, exhaust and choose to either heal 2 damage or place 1 threat on your suit form upgrade.
I like that. I like the extra healing capability.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. EM Shield upgrade. It's a preparation. Defense, when you would take any amount of damage from an attack, discard EM Shield, prevent all of that damage.
Wow.
For a 2 cost upgrade?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. Eye patch camera.
Nice.
It's a 2 cost upgrade. Hero interrupt. When any amount of threat would be placed on the main scheme, discard eye patch camera. Place up to 3 of that threat on your suit form upgrade instead.
Man, you're gonna be stockpiling that suit like crazy.
I think the suit's capped though at like 5, right?
Yeah, on the one side, 5 or less.
Okay, so it only
Place 1 threat
but you can place as
that
much as you
activation
want on
here.
there.
Instead of the main scheme,
Yeah.
if there are 5 or less. So you get the extra thing if it's 5 or less.
Then we've got Fury's Watch, which is an upgrade item tech. Exhaust Fury's Watch and remove up to 2 threat from your suit form upgrade. Generate a science resource for each threat you remove this way. Okay.
I like that.
Gives you resources when you need them. You get damage when
Yeah.
you need it. That's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Have Intelligence Analysis, which is a 0 cost upgrade. Preparation. When you reveal a treachery, discard Intelligence Analysis and remove 1 threat from your suit form upgrade. Cancel the effects of that treachery and discard it.
I like that. Just because the treachery
Yeah.
ones are terrible.
You have to have it in play beforehand, so it's not
Right.
like instant.
Right.
But
Not a response to it, but
still pretty decent.
yeah.
Okay, then we've got Secret Agent, which is a 2 cost upgrade title.
Title.
Yep. After you resolve the ability of a preparation card you control, move 1 threat from a scheme to your suit form upgrade. So, any of the 3 preparations. Well, but there's a lot of preparations in Justice too. But
Operations.
that is all of his signature cards.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna go through these fairly quickly.
Yeah.
If we've seen them before.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got Agent Coulson, which you
Love
can't have Nick
Coulson.
Fury without Coulson.
No, Colson's
just
the
can't.
best.
Hi, Marshmallow. Love you too.
Hello.
And love you, sweetie. Got Quake. I love Quake. After a minion schemes, deal 2 damage to that minion. Just so good. Agent Coulson gets you preparation cards back from your discard pile.
Nice.
Or you can find them in your deck. Global Logistics, exhaust a shield card. Look at the top 4 cards of a player deck or the encounter deck. Discard any number of those and put the others in the top and or bottom of that deck in any order. So you get to like rifle through stuff.
Nice.
Informant, which when a minion schemes, discard it, and this activation removes threat instead of placing it.
That was an older one, right? We've had those
I
ones before.
think so. I think
I don't recognize the global logistics one, but I recognize informant. And
intelligence, which is another preparation. Dealt encounter card, discard intelligence, look at each encounter card dealt to each player, and the top card of the encounter deck. You may swap any number of those cards.
Sweet.
Prism Dust, which I think is new.
Yeah, it doesn't sound familiar at all.
One cost upgrade, which is a preparation. It's a hero response attack. After a minion enters play, discard Prism Dust, confuse that minion, and deal 2 damage to it. Okay.
Nice.
Got 3 of those. Very resource light so far, too.
Yeah.
Have Under Surveillance, which we know, increase the target value of attached scheme by 4. Have 3 of those.
Nice.
That's all our Justice cards.
Cool.
Pretty standard. He seems to revolve around preparations, so they gave him a lot of preparations.
Yeah, which is like Black Widow. Black Widow is a lot of prep. So
I am mildly concerned because there's no like heavy get rid of threat cards in there.
yeah,
So
but he can do it with a suit.
yeah, so we'll see. We'll see if it happens. We have neutral ally Nick Fury Sr. 2 thwart, 2 attack, 4 cost. 3 health. Force response. After Nick Fury Sr. enters play, choose 1. Remove 3 threat from a scheme, draw 2 cards, or give a shield character a tough status card.
So
At the end of the round, if Nick Fury Sr. is still in play, discard him.
So it's Nick Fury.
Slightly less
than Nick Fury.
A slightly less strong Nick Fury.
Mm-hmm.
So the 3 threat and draw 2 cards, it just doesn't do 4 damage.
Right.
So
Give somebody a tough status card though. Which is pretty nice sometimes.
Which can be decent. Super Spies, which is the team up event for Maria Hill and Nick Fury.
Nice.
Hero action. Place a total of 3 all-purpose counters and or threat tokens on shield supports and or suit form upgrades. Okay. Gemma Simmons, which is a persona from S.H.I.E.L.D. support. Reduce the cost to play Gemma Simmons by 2 if your identity has the S.H.I.E.L.D. trait. So will cost 1 in every deck you're playing her in.
Nice.
Exhaust Gemma Simmons, generate a science resource for a tech card. A lot of preparations are tech cards. So Leo Fitz.
Nice.
Another
Fitz and Simmons.
Reduce the cost to play by 2, so you're playing him for 1. Alter Ego, exhaust Leo Fitz, search your deck for a tech card, and add it to your hand. Now that's what I call synergy. Stronger together. We got Sky Destroyer. Seen that before. It's really cool seeing the Sky Destroyers now because like we have actual S.H.I.E.L.D. cards in mass.
Yeah.
Practiced Plan, 0 cost upgrade, which is it's a preparation. After you discard a preparation card you control, discard the plan and return that card from your hand to your hand from your discard pile. So you basically have a preparation to get preparations back, so you can play more preparations to have those preparations fire to get more preparations back.
We should call it Preparation H.
That's exactly what I was just thinking. Okay, that is all of the player cards for Nick Fury.
Cool.
Now we are going to go into the Arch Nemesis set and the Obligation. Obligation is discovered.
Oh no.
When revealed, change to Assault Suit form. If there's no threat on your suit form upgrade, this card gains Surge.
Ooh. Okay,
Otherwise, choose to either take 1 damage for each threat on your suit form upgrade, or remove each threat from your suit form upgrade. In either case, discard this card. So it's discarded, not RFG'd, and it can take everything.
Oh.
Okay.
And give you nothing.
Take everything, give nothing back. Apparently, Nick is a pirate of the Caribbean. Okay. Now we have his arch nemesis, which is Orion. Who's a Leviathan. Orion the Leviathan.
Orion the
No
Violent.
wonder Nick Fury doesn't like him. He does not seem like the rhyming kind of guy. 2/2 with 6 hit points, so that's a pretty standard stat line for an arch nemesis.
Yeah.
Nemesis,
Nemesis.
not arch nemesis. Nemesis.
Nemesis. I just like to mess you up.
He has toughness. Brianna's about to get punched in the face, and we're going to see her discard a toughness card. Orion can have any number of tough status cards. Wasn't there like a fist token at one point in time? I feel like there was in another game we played.
I'm
Throw
sure
the
there
fist
is.
token, block it with the tough card. Orion can have any number of tough status cards. That's bad.
That is bad.
After Orion takes any amount of damage, give him a tough status card.
Oh, he gets tough every time you punch him. That's not fun.
Okay.
Well, his 6 hit points just became a lot harder.
Right? Acquire Infinity Formula. After Nick Fury takes any amount of damage, give Orion a tough status card. If Orion is not in play, find him and put him into play. Engage with the Nick Fury player. And as a extra boost icon.
Gross.
5 threat. Leviathan Soldier. 0 scheme, 2 attack. Tough, 4 hit points. That's pretty beefy.
Mm-hmm.
After Leviathan Soldier schemes, deal 1 damage to the engaged player's identity. Gross.
Mm-hmm.
Got 2 of those. Then we have Cold Storage, which is a treachery. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a Leviathan minion and put it into play engaged with you.
Ew.
Otherwise, take 2 damage.
Ew.
And the boost on it is take a damage.
Boo.
Boo.
So everything's tough, and they get tough back every time you poke them.
Every time you poke.
Every time you poke them.
So, I'm not disappointed in Nick Fury.
I'm not either.
I was worried. I'll be honest.
I'm very curious how it'll play out.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
I am interested to see how it's going to play out. I don't know which one Brianna's going to choose to play. It's Brianna's turn to choose. I don't have a...
I don't know either, because Justice is usually my jam.
Yeah.
But I love Maria Hill.
Maria Hill's going to be leadership. Or maybe everything. Maybe everything. Everything!
Everything.
So we got Maria.
Maria.
Starting in Alter Ego. Is a shield spy. Duh.
Shocking.
3 recovery. 9 hit points. 6 hand size. So, pretty standard. You may include the maximum number of copies of 3 shield supports in your deck from aspects other than your chosen aspect. Okay, cool.
Interesting.
So based around shield supports. Action, exhaust Maria Hill, search your deck for a shield support and add it to your hand. So it has to exhaust to do that. Hero side, 2/1/2. Shield spy still. Each ally you control gains the shield trait.
Nice.
Reassignment action. Move 1 all-purpose counter from a shield support to another shield support.
Ooh.
All-purpose counters are just the random, just the
Whatever
green,
counter.
the green ones.
Yeah.
So
That's interesting. So you can like recharge one if you.
yeah, so
That's
it's kind of
cool.
based around support, but we'll see if there's good supports or bad supports.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no static like upgrade like Nick
Like a
has.
suit. No suit.
I am liking the colors though. The gray and the black's pretty cool. So we've got Nick Fury as the signature ally. 2 thwart, 2 attack, 3 hit points. Cost of 4 though. After Nick Fury uses a basic power, place 1 all-purpose counter on a shield support. I mean, okay. Got 2 all points bulletins. 2 cost event tactic. For each shield support you control, choose to remove 1 threat or deal 1 damage.
Timing on that will be very, very helpful.
I feel like Maria is already looking like you gotta build up. Like you need setup.
Yeah.
On the double, which is an event, it's just a blank event. Action. Ready any number of shield supports with a combined printed cost of 6 or less.
Say that again.
Ready any number of shield supports with a combined printed cost of 6 or less.
Cool.
And it's 0 cost. Okay.
That could be fun.
Got 3 reinforcements, which I'm going to guess is it has to do with your allies.
So question. If this is ready any number, could I ready some of yours if I was Maria?
I think so.
It doesn't say yours on here.
Yeah, it just says ready any number.
Interesting.
Which is another blank action. Choose any number of shield supports with a combined printed cost of 6 or less. Place 1 all-purpose counter on each of those supports.
All-purpose counters.
Yep.
Yay!
So you can get
Move them around.
add counters, ready them, and then use them again. The hard call, 2 cost event. Hero action, discard a shield support you control. Deal X damage to each enemy, where X is the printed cost of the discarded support. Isn't there a thing that says that also, is it all allies or all supports gain a shield? I thought it was on the other side.
Search your deck for a shield support and add it to your hand. May include 3, blah, blah, blah.
Or is it allies? All allies become shield allies.
Each ally you control.
Each ally you control
Yeah, it's right there.
gains the shield. Ah, dang it.
Cool.
I was hoping it said each shield support, because isn't there like a... I think there's a Deadpool one that costs like 10.
Oh, you can just use that. Boom. Little atom bomb go off.
Special funding. Our first double resource card that we've seen in this box. Nick Fury didn't have any double resource.
True.
Everything in his deck's so cheap he doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Response. After you spend this card to pay for a shield support, place 1 all-purpose counter on that support after it enters play.
Ooh.
So getting more. 2 of those. Support staff, which is a support. Who knew?
What?
Persona Shield
Like
uses 3 staff counters, which is an all-purpose counter. Exhaust support staff and remove 1 staff counter from it. Generate a wild resource for a player whose identity has the shield trait.
Like Nick. Or Coulson.
The Iliad, 6 cost support.
There you go.
A shield vehicle uses 3 mission counters. Exhaust the Iliad and remove 1 mission counter from it. Choose. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. Remove 4 threat from a scheme, or heal 3 damage from an identity.
How many counters does it have? 3?
3, and you can place extras.
And if you use the double resource, you put an extra one on it?
Uh-huh. And then you can add more, and so you can deal a lot of damage with that.
That sounds pretty cool.
Life Model Decoy, 2 cost to upgrade. Interrupt. When an enemy attacks you, discard Life Model Decoy. Prevent all damage from that attack. The artwork on this is amazing.
It's got a hole in the chest.
That is awesome.
That is awesome. I like the face. Like, huh?
Ooh.
Just as surprised as you are.
Shield Director, 2 cost upgrade. Action. Exhaust Shield Director. Place 1 all-purpose counter on a shield support.
Okay.
Sure.
If you insist.
I love the flavor text on this. You don't have to agree with my orders. You just have to carry them out. So that's it for the signature cards. I'm going to say, so far, I really like how themed these decks are.
Yeah.
Like, they're very, very themed around a certain aspect, and I actually really enjoy that. It's cool to have the Jack of all trades heroes and stuff, but I really like when something, like, takes something and really, really is themed around it, and I feel like these are.
Yeah.
So, okay, now into the leadership cards. We've got Victoria Hand. A shield ally costs 3, 2 thwart, 1 attack, 2 hit points. After Victoria hand enters play, ready a shield support.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you insist.
If you want me to. We have Slingshot, which is Yo-Yo Rodriguez. 3 cost ally, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 3 hit points, so already better than Victoria hand. Suck it, Victoria. You can't sit with us at lunch. Action, spend an energy resource. Put Slingshot into play from your hand under any player's control.
Ooh.
At the end of the phase, if Slingshot is still in play, return her to your hand.
That's cool. Literally slingshots back to you.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
That is pretty cool. We have 3 organizational supports, which are resources that are science. When you spend this card, exhaust up to 3 allies and or supports you control that share a trait with your identity. So shields or spies. Generate the printed resources on each card exhausted this way. So this could be up to 4. That makes paying for that 6 cost Iliad realistic.
Yeah. Especially if you have like this combo where use these to pay and you have to put everything down, and then the one card that says you can open up more. So if you can't afford to do that, be a good combination.
We have 3 Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. supports with Coulson right up front, looking derpy. It's a team card, 3 cost support. Play under any player's control, max 1 team card per player. If each of your characters has the shield trait, this card gains interrupt. When you reveal an encounter card, exhaust this card. Cancel the effects of that card and discard it. Then reveal another card from the encounter deck. So it doesn't completely get rid of it, but you get to look for a better one.
Yeah. That'd be nice. He does look derpy. Poor Coulson.
He does. He doesn't look angry. He looks derpy.
He's got a very derpy smirk face.
Command team, 2 cost support. Uses 3 command counters. Exhaust command team and remove 1 command counter from it. Ready an ally. And their energy for Slingshot.
Nice.
Ooh. Now we're into the... These are cool. Okay, so we've got the Circe, which is the 6 cost support shield vehicle. So these are all the... What do they call them? Helicarriers?
Yeah.
So these are all the helicarriers. You've got the Iliad, the Circe, the Bellerophon. Bellerophon. Sorry. I knew I said it wrong. I corrected myself. The Bellerophon, the Douglas, and the Pericles. So the Circe is 2 deploy counters. Exhaust it, remove a deploy counter from it, and choose a player. That player puts an ally into play from their hand.
Nice.
We've got the Bellerophon. See? Bellerophon. Which is a Pegasus.
Oh. I don't even sound like that.
Nay.
It's closer.
Uses 3 missile counters.
Nice.
6 cost support shield vehicle. Exhaust the Bellerophon. Remove 1 missile counter from it and choose a player. Deal 3 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with that player, discarding all tough status cards from those enemies first.
Oh.
Like that.
Yeah.
The Douglas. Do the Dougie. 6 cost support. Shield vehicle uses 3 operation counters. Exhaust the Douglas and remove 1 operation counter from it. Remove 2 threat from each scheme, ignoring any crisis icons in play. And we've got the Pericles. The Pericles, in my opinion, looks the most awesome out of everybody's. Protection, 6 cost support, uses 2 supply counters. Exhaust the Pericles and remove 1 supply counter from it. Give a hero or villain a status card of your choice.
Nice.
Give an ally or minion a status card of your choice.
Nice.
I like it. It's cool. We've got Dum Dum Dugan. 5 cost ally, 3 thwart, 3 attack.
That's fun.
5 HP. When you use one of your Dum Dum Dugan's basic powers, exhaust up to 3 shield cards you control. For each card exhausted this way, Dum Dum Dugan gets +1 to that power for this use.
Has Dum Dum Dugan been
Yep.
out before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Grant Ward, 0-cost ally. Love to see a 0-cost ally. 2 thwart, 2 attack, 3 hit points. Grant Ward cannot defend. Don't need him to with 2 thwart, 2 attack.
Yes. He is in the show, at least. I don't know the comics as well.
I haven't seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, so I don't know what you're talking about. So. After you reveal a treachery, you may spend the science resource. If you do not, take damage equal to Grant Ward's attack and remove Grant Ward from the game. So yeah, he is a traitor.
What a dick.
Dick. 4-cost ally, Melinda May. 2 thwart, 2 attack, 3 hit points. After Melinda May uses a basic power, look at the top card of the encounter deck. You may discard that card.
I like her.
Yeah.
She was awesome in the show, too.
That's pretty cool. We got another Super Spies. Plays till 3 all-purpose counters and or threat tokens on shield sports and or suit form upgrades. Energy, Genius, and Strength. These may be my favorite artworks, aside from the specific, specific custom printed ones for each hero.
Mm-hmm.
These are probably my favorite artworks. Strength is awesome. Genius is awesome. Energy, yeah, those are good.
Those are cool.
And then we've got, finally, 3 front organizations. 0-cost support location. Place under any player's control. When an encounter card effect would discard a card you control, discard front organization instead of discarding that card.
Oh. It's like a little mini...
I might put 3 of these in Nova's deck, because discarding the helmet is annoying.
It's the worst. Is that a support, though?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure what it was categorized as.
Oh, right. It's probably an upgrade.
Yeah.
Still. Those are good ship protection. It
says discard a card you control.
Yeah,
so it doesn't
discard
matter.
a card. Yeah.
Okay.
But those are good ship protection.
Yeah.
I like to protect my ships.
Did she have a nemesis?
Wipe the ships down. Yeah.
Okay.
She does. And an obligation.
Ooh. Imagine that.
Such a smarty pants. Press conference is Maria Hill's obligation. I feel that in my bones.
For sure.
Give to the Maria Hill player. After the player phase ends, remove 1 all-purpose counter from each support you control. Alter ego action, exhaust your identity, discard this card. But it doesn't allow you to flip.
Usually they do.
So you have to be an alter ego. Yeah.
That's rough. That's a rough
But
one.
it's an obligation, and I think it sits until the end of the player phase. So you could technically flip, I believe, and exhaust to get rid of it during your turn. That's the way it reads anyway.
After the player phase ends, remove 1.
So it wouldn't be in
stuck
play
to
anymore.
you, and then you do your player turn.
Yeah.
And then you'd remove them.
Yep.
But if you flipped and then exhausted, you wouldn't do the forced response then?
Right.
Because it'd be gone before the end of the turn. Okay.
Yep.
That sounds like it'd be worth it.
Then we've got the Nemesis of Controller. 2 scheme, 1 attack, 6 hit points. After Controller activates against you, remove 1 all-purpose counter from a support. If Controlled Innocence is in play, put the top card of your deck into play, face down engaged with you as a controlled minion.
Ew. I don't like when they steal my people.
Army of the Controlled. When revealed, find the Controlled Innocence environment and put it into play. When defeated, discard each controlled minion. Place 1 all-purpose counter on a support for each minion discarded this way. I feel like you could abuse that almost. Controlled Innocence is an environment. Each face-down controlled minion engaged with a player has a basic scheme of 1, a base attack of 1, and a base hit points of 1. After a controlled minion is defeated, place that card in its owner's discard pile and place 1 threat on the main scheme. Diabolical Discs. Oh. There was like a movie that had the, like, everybody had a band-aid on the back of their neck, and like it was from this kid's point of view, and like eventually like his parents had these band-aids on the back of their necks. And,
sounds like some Coraline bullshit.
Yeah, it was kind of, I can't remember what it was. Surge, which is always fun. It's the first line of a card.
Yay!
When
love
revealed,
Surge.
remove one all-purpose counter from a support. If Controlled Innocence is in play, put the top card of your deck into play face down, engaged with you as a controlled minion.
Boo.
Boo.
Diabolical discs.
What's our first villain?
Black Widow.
Hey.
You are correct. I wonder if we beat Black Widow if she becomes an ally. I wonder if it's one of those.
I don't know.
Oh yeah. I passed by a page talking about we're gathering evidence.
Just gonna work through these real quick. There are a lot of cards in an expansion box, peoples. A lot of cards.
May I be of any assistance?
So it's Black Widow, then Batroc,
Then who?
then MODOK, and then Citizen V.
Nope.
Okay, what is it then?
Thunderbolts.
Which Batroc is probably a Thunderbolt? I don't know.
So you were right. Black Widow, Batroc, MODOK, then the Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolt ho!
Which I guess Citizen V is the villain. It just says Thunderbolts is the encounter.
Okay.
Oh. And guess who's the last one?
I don't know.
Baron Zemo. Which
Baron Zemo's a jerk.
in my opinion, was the best part of Winter Soldier and Falcon series.
Again.
I'm just saying, that says a lot about a show
Yeah.
when the villain's the best part.
Yeah. Baron Zemo is pretty cool, like as a villain. Yeah. Interesting. Anyway. Okay. Just trying to get to the end. Radioactive Man. Supersonic. Baron Zemo. The ends justify the means.
I don't have very many of these.
These? That's okay. We're going to sleeve everything tonight.
Right.
We're mainly interested in the Black Widows.
The Black Widow.
So you can start reading the introduction, and I will start sleeving the villain.
Okay.
Can you pass me the sleeves?
Those?
Pass me the cheese.
And there's those.
Perfect. I will sleeve quietly while everybody pays attention to Brianna and story time.
Okay. So, oh, it's kind of cool. It's got redactions.
Nice.
So there is 3 villains in this expansion that have hit point values that do not have per player values. Each of these villains has a forced interrupt that triggers when the villain's hit points are reduced to 0 and provides the players a benefit and resets the villain's hit points to their starting hit points. Each of the scenarios in this expansion can be played individually or standalone adventures or together in the scenarios of the overarching campaign.
Just what we're doing.
Yep. To complete the campaign, the players must win all 5 scenarios in numerical order, starting with Scenario 1, Black Widow, and ending with Scenario 5, which we're not supposed to know, but I peeked. To begin the campaign, choose the heroes and their identities, and then shuffle and draw, blah, blah. The S.H.I.E.L.D. Executive Board. So the story of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. centers on the S.H.I.E.L.D. Executive Board, whose 3 members oversee the activities of S.H.I.E.L.D. The heroes learn that one member of the Executive Board is a mole, working in league with the advanced ideas mechanics.
It's Robert Redford.
No, this one isn't.
It's still Robert Redford.
This one's Guy Pearce.
It's Frank Grillo.
A nefarious organization of power-hungry super scientists. I hope not. He was terrible.
There's a guy on the board called Ronan the Accuser. You might want to look into him.
It's a terrible name for somebody on board.
It's kind of right there in the name, you guys.
It is up to the heroes to discover the identity of the mole over the course of the campaign. The identity of the mole is determined by a combination of 3 elements: the mole's motive for working with AIM, their means of passing information to AIM, and their opportunity to do so. These 3 elements are represented by the start of the campaign, or represented by a set of 3 evidence cards that are randomly drawn. We are playing Clue. Randomly drawn at the start of the campaign and kept hidden from the players in the AIM envelope, which is this one. Over the course of the campaign, the players collect evidence cards from S.H.I.E.L.D. and from the S.H.I.E.L.D. envelope in an effort to determine the means, motive, and opportunity of the mole through the process of elimination, which in turn will help them determine the identity of the mole. The campaign log contains a list of possible combinations of means, motive, opportunity, with each combination implicating one of the board members. By gathering evidence cards, the players narrow down the remaining possible combinations, one of which is secreted in the AIM envelope. With each combination eliminated brings the players closer to identifying the mole. In the final scenario, the players have the opportunity to gather any remaining evidence they need before accusing a board member of being the mole.
J'accuse.
An incorrect accusation does not result in a loss, but makes the scenario more difficult to win. For more information on making the accusation, see accusation on page 19.
We play Clue.
Yeah.
J'accuse.
So, yep. So I'll have to separate the 9 evidence cards by their card backs into 3 separate piles. Shuffle each pile without looking them. Draw a card, put it in the AIM envelope. So again, like Clue.
I just did that. So which one's the AIM envelope? This one?
That one. Yep.
Okay. J'accuse.
Insert the cards face down at the side of the envelope with the shield, or shuffle the remaining 6 cards together and put them in the S.H.I.E.L.D. envelope without looking at them.
Wasn't gonna look anyway.
Fine. Put the face down inside the envelope with the S.H.I.E.L.D. logo face up so you can later remove the cards from the envelope without seeing their faces. Okay. We have prepared the evidence.
J'accuse. I just like saying that word. I can't even remember exactly what it's off of. I can hear it in my head, though.
To gain evidence cards, they uncovers the secrets of each board member. Each is represented by an environment card that begins each scenario. In play with a certain number of with a certain number of secret counters on it, representing dirt that AIM is using to blackmail that board member.
Representing dirt.
Mm-hmm.
For a second, I was like, "Wait, I'm confused. Are we digging?" Like,
during the scenario, players can use abilities on the board members to investigate them. Each time a player uncovers a board member secret, that board member is compelled to provide assistance to that player. In addition to these immediate benefits, if at least one of the board members has no secret counters on them, when the scenario ends, the players gain an evidence card from the S.H.I.E.L.D. envelope. Evidence cards are not added to any.
You're gonna remember all this, right?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I'm kind of not listening.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Full transparency, everybody. I was just like staring into space, being like, "We gotta play Marvel Champions. We gotta play Marvel Champions." That was what was going on.
There's certain things that we do to take the dirt off of them, so they'll reveal a secret to us. But there's also cards that put more dirt on them. So we have to try and get them unburied before they get buried.
Okay, so they're like setup cards that we're trying to like they're basically glorified side schemes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Indeed.
Yeah. Use.
Okay. That's the same. That talks about them. All right. Here comes the comic strip. Park Slope, Brooklyn. Home of Sarah Garza. S.H.I.E.L.D. computer specialist.
Back up.
Yes.
Rewind.
Yes.
Stop.
Stopping.
Thank you for watching our unboxing video and introduction to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Marvel campaign.
I'm excited. I'm sorry. Hello.
You will be able to tune in after this for us to play Scenario 1 of the Marvel Champions Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. expansion box.
Yes.
We are not going to play that right this second on this video. No. So this was our unboxing. Yes. Now we're going to give you our thoughts about our unboxing. Yes. Brianna's going to put the book down so she stops reading it because she's so excited.
I'm so excited.
I have never seen you this excited about an expansion before.
It's just been so long.
And is it a kicker that this plays kind of like Clue for you? Like, is that more exciting?
That does make... I love Clue, so that part is, like, very intriguing to me, how they incorporated that also into this game. So, I'm very curious how it's going to play out.
Clue stresses me out.
You won the 2 times we've played a Clue game.
I'm
very good at guessing.
I'm not saying I'm bad. I am saying that I do not like it because it stresses me out. I don't like feeling betrayed or thinking that somebody else would betray somebody else.
Well, it's not anybody around the table. It's just already happened.
But, like, we're all playing characters around the table, and inherently one of those characters is in the thing. So, like, that does mean that somebody around the table did betray somebody.
But not you.
Anyway. So what are your thoughts?
I'm excited. I'm excited about the different gameplay as far as, like, the Clue aspect of this game. I'm very intrigued. It's going to be a very different way to play because they do have a lot of prep involved.
Yeah, they're very thematic.
So I'm a little bit nervous just because we don't usually have to play like that, and this is going to be very different.
I'm gonna hot take them both. I'm gonna hot take both champions right now, just a little bit, a little bit. Follow along with me, just a little bit. I'm not calling them not S-tier champions. I feel like neither of them really are, like, on par with, say, Doctor Strange or, you know, Ironheart version 3 or, you know, you know, I think they're good, solid, stable heroes. So I will say that, like, I think that there would be certain scenarios that these 2 heroes would struggle with.
Yes.
Like, what comes to mind is Ronin Expert dealing 11 damage on turn 1.
Yeah.
Like, I think that both of these would have scenarios where they wouldn't even be able to get going before they lost.
No.
Like, I don't know if either of them could beat Sabretooth Expert just from the looks of things.
No.
Because that scenario just...
And Crossbones either, too.
Yeah, Crossbones was the other one I was thinking, that it's just like... You got to move.
Yeah.
And so I like them, and I love thematic heroes.
Yeah.
And I like the way they're tuned. I feel like neither of them is super overpowerful. But I do feel like they would struggle in certain scenarios.
Yeah.
Which is just fine. No hero should be able to just walk through every scenario and just laugh. Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I would agree. Like, I definitely see, like, just because, like, they don't punch super, like, neither of them punch super hard. They haven't been hearing us the whole time.
I never checked to see if the microphone was working.
We were too excited. Like, neither of them have, like, super special abilities out of the gate. Like, their abilities come from being able to lay down cards.
Yeah.
Nick Fury will be easier to do that with because they're cheaper.
And his card, his main card is
a setup.
Is a setup card.
Yeah.
Is a permanent card, so will be there.
Yeah.
I think that both decks could have very bad draws.
Yes. I agree with that. Like, I feel like...
I think we could build the decks a little bit better for each one.
Yeah.
I feel like they have very thematic cards right now. I feel like there are some other preparations out there that Black Widow makes good use of, that Nick Fury could make some really good use of.
Yeah, 'cause she had a lot of prep stuff.
And I feel like there are things out there that Maria Hill could use, as far as like, I feel like Maria Hill is a character that would benefit from things that let her draw cards and give her a bigger hand size.
Yeah. I would agree. And she only had like the one ally, didn't she?
No, there's a few in there.
Okay. Oh yeah. So I worry about Maria because everything is pretty expensive. And you have to compromise whatever setup cards you have in order to play some of these cards.
I almost feel like Nick Fury Sr. should not be in the Nick Fury deck. I know what they were doing. I know they were nodding towards, Nick Fury's like Gandalf, which is, a card that you just want in your deck.
Yeah.
But I almost feel like Nick Fury Sr. should have been in Maria Hill's deck.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, I mean, he's a basic card, so you could definitely do that. But
right.
Yeah.
But we're playing vanilla on standard, so but yeah, I'm excited. One thing I noticed when looking through these villain cards for Black Widow is the villain cards have the same names as Black Widow's signature cards.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
That's
Attacrobatics,
cool. Nice.
Dance of Death, Covert Ops, Widow's Bite.
Is it
like,
Natasha?
Yeah,
okay.
It is.
I was wondering if it was going to be like a different Black Widow, but that makes it like fun. Like you get a like origin story her.
Yeah, I really kind of like this, and facing down the Thunderbolts. So like I'm on board.
Yeah, I'm definitely on board for wherever the story takes us.
Yeah. So
just because I have no knowledge about comic books, I am curious about the MODOK situation, because the only encounter I've had with MODOK was in Ant-Man. So, but I'm here for the ride. So
yeah, this good. Yeah, I'm definitely on board with this. I'm liking the way this is looking. So
yeah.
I think we'll get enough play out of this to justify the price. So
indeed.
Yeah. Stay tuned. We're gonna be rolling through into Black Widow, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, we pull through this on standard fairly quickly. Like, we're hoping. Our goal is to beat one scenario a week. Yes. Our goal is rarely achieved.
Definitely.
But then we will switch back to our legacy campaign for this box, which, I kind of got some butterflies in my stomach about that, because it's been a long time since.
Yeah.
It feels like a long time since we pulled out, and like the X-Men boxes were no joke.
No, the X-Men were struggle buses.
Yeah, so like what's this gonna be like for us?
Yeah.
For Nova and Ironheart to see if they can handle Expert on the new stuff.
Yeah.
Honestly, part of the thing with living card games is over time you kind of get that power creep in, and Nova and Ironheart aren't spring chickens anymore when you're looking at the heroes that are coming out. So yeah. I mean, it could be rough. It could be a rough and ready thing, especially because our decks that we created for Nova and Ironheart do not include any cards from the X-Men expansion or this expansion. So we'll see.
Because there wasn't any synergy with the X-Men ones, so we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I think you did take one card, because you did something with Hulk to make him an X-Men.
That's right.
Right? That was that one, right?
No, that was for what was her name? The one I played. The one I played the standard campaign with. Colossus's sister. Magic.
That's right.
That's what I did, is I made Magic and X-Men.
Oh boy.
but magic made Hulk an X-Man, which
Yes.
is completely on theme for that hero, I will say. So, yeah, and that's all I got. We'll see what's happening.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching the unboxing.
Indeed.
Happy to be back with some Marvel Champion stuff.
Yes.
Very excited. So,
Let's do it.
check out our other stuff. There's a lot of it.
There it is.
Later, skaters.
Toodles, poodles.